With the world of hip-hop placing bets on an actual showdown between SOULJA Boy and Chris Brown in the boxing ring, a new war of words has erupted on Twitter between St. Lunatic's Nelly and October's very own Drake. Now, it might come across as a little biased in this video, being from the 6 myself, and the reality is that Nelly blocked me on Instagram after we made an After Their Famous video on the aging rapper. I'll try and check my own opinions at the door as we decide who's been bigger in their prime. First off, let's hear what Nelly had to say about his competition.
Who knows? I never say never. Never say never.
As for Drizzy, let's hear what he had to say.
Whole shit going crazy. Whole Texas going crazy. Top 5 never faded.
Top 5, top 5, top 5. Yeah, we know how Drake feels, and it appears he's been just too busy to comment on Nelly's career. There are more than a few similarities between the two hip-hop stars, both sing and rap. They were the first big names to come out of their native cities, neither from the east or west or even the south. Nelly did a lot for St. Louis, as did Drake for Toronto. It's St. Louis, right? St. Louis? I don't know. The two have reached pop levels of success, with grandmothers knowing every line to Ride With Me and Donald Trump dancing to Hotline Bling. Now, rather than me going through their chart history, the awards they've won, and their album sales, I'm gonna read out some of the strongest arguments made via Twitter. First up, A-Nees, he stated Drake is gonna bag Ashanti just because of the Nelly debate. Shake my head. I guess that's 1 point for Drake. Mike Gill went on to state, did Nelly ever host SNL or have his entire album, every song, chart on the Billboard Hot 100? Case closed, Drake in a landslide. That's 2 for Drake. Peso NYC, he went on to say, Nelly #1 records 4, Drake #1 records 1. Nelly top singles 10, Drake top singles 11. I think that's a point for Nelly. Musty Coney went on to say Nelly's tip drill is far greater than Drake's entire discography. Ryan Belk went on to say, I agree that Drake has more hits than Nelly, but Nelly's music did more for pop culture. Was that pop culture? I thought the tip drill was something else. Insulin went on to state, look where Nelly was 8 years after Country Grammar, and look where Drake is 8 years after Best I Ever Had. Another point for Drake. Bansky went on to say Nelly was super popular for a few years, Drake is pushing up on a decade straight. Why is this a thing? Drake's really winning. But just when you thought it was over, we found some serious Nelly supporters. Goop Official went on to say Nelly was a top artist while Eminem, 50 Cent, Jay-Z, and Nas were at their prime. That's a tough feat, sorry Drake, but it's not even close. Who's he up against, like Trill Sammy? Curdell Ghost went on to say Nelly never sold 1 million first week like Drake just did. Drake has the rap game by his hands. Nelly was never really a threat like that. May Calkers went on to say Dinosaur Twitter saying Nelly better than Drake. Man, go take care of your kids. And finally, we got one last one from Clockwork. He went on to say ain't no Drake Nelly comparison. Can't be if one don't write his own lyrics. Big phony. Corny ass smile too much. Yikes. That guy's probably watched my Drake doesn't write his own lyrics video. Clearly the internet is divided, and this is a pretty tough debate. Personally, I know I could throw on Country Grammar 30 years from now and still have a blast listening to most of the tracks. Although Drake does drop bangers that are my favorite songs when they come out, they just don't have the same longevity. Nelly reached diamond status, but Drake is the king of streaming and downloads. Drake's been on the rise for nearly a decade, while Nelly's career began going on a downward spiral after his first 4 years. The dude was recently touring with New Kids on the Block, and there's a reason I made an After Their Famous video on him. And not Drake. You can't touch that kid right now. Plus, I'd probably get punched in the face because I live in Toronto. So, you know. What do you guys think? Who do you think is the true victor? Be sure to let us know in the comments down below. My name is Michael McCrudden, and we have 2 videos for you. Here is a Nelly After They're Famous, and does Drake write his own lyrics? Question mark. Be sure to check those out. Look forward to reading your comments. See you guys in another video.